like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing, everything the traffic will allow. Oh, where could you get a happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow?
Hello, and welcome back to the Adam Sandler podcast. The podcast where we take a obnoxiously deep dive into the career of Adam Sandler. And with me as always is my friend and trusty co-host Christopher. Hello, how are you today? Oh yeah, I'm pretty good. Well, we'll get into it. Nothing too serious. But anyway, yes. In today's episode, we are talking about another Netflix movie, and it's Sandy Wexler. I think a movie that, I mean, you can't say a Netflix movie flops, but I don't know. Nobody talks about Sandy Wexler. People talked about the other ones, like The Ridiculous Six, and well, I guess that wasn't the only one. But yeah, so it's kind of reflexive of what I thought of the movie, but we'll get into that. Should we? Do you have any opening thoughts about it before we watch the trailer, or should we just get into
not
the trailer?
really. Just get into the trailer and we'll take it from there.
Oh, okay. I have a feeling I say this a lot, but I have a feeling this might be a short episode. I'm just saying. Anyway, let's watch the trailer. I need to do that. 3, 2, 1, play.
Who is this girl? Excuse me, I'm Sandy Wexler. Can we talk somewhere? I'm a talent manager.
Sandy was not a big shot. He was a tiny shot, but
94.
you never forgot him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I just ask
Yeah.
quickly. Did the movie take place in? I mean, it moves forward, but in the beginning, the first like half of it, is it 94 or 96?
94.
It's like, why are you fake laughing? It's Eddie Murphy.
But then-
He's funny.
We'll get into it later. There might be a nitpick.
You'd think.
It's a nitpick. It's a musical choice that doesn't really make sense.
He dressed like your grandfather,
Whoa, whoa!
had the table manners of a
look at him.
horse,
Next time he'll get his own ketchup.
but he was a great manager.
You are a true Wexler, are you?
How do you take care of everybody and never worry about yourself?
That's what I do. An agent is business, but a manager is family. I will always do what's best for my client.
That was gonna be
Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. That's gonna get sappy. Yeah.
Yes, so your nitpick.
Oh yes, let's just start with that then. At one point in the movie, maybe the movie had moved on to another year then, but they play Virtual Insanity by Jamiroquai at one point.
Yes.
Is it still 94 at that point?
Wait, which scene is that?
I don't remember the scene. I just remember like, why are they playing this song? That's not from 94.
Oh, that's the scene where when they go into the pool, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean that could be 90. The movie starts at 94,
Yeah.
and it's not a what do you say? Not pronounced, but it's not. They don't say we do a time jump.
No, exactly. We don't really see them.
No,
Because they do
but
write 94, but you never see them write like 96, 2001.
No, but I think that it's supposed to be several years.
Okay.
That it's gone past at that point. I'm not sure because it is. If it's not, it goes really quick from working at Magic Mountain to signing your first
That's true.
album, and I think it takes more than a year to get that far.
I guess so, but I was just something I reacted to because they said 94, and then because I know that Virtual Insanity came out in 96, and I looked it up,
Yeah.
and it did. So,
And also,
it's
just
a nitpick. It's a nitpick.
Yeah, and also to defend the movie in that musical choice at least. They don't play that. It's the song on the soundtrack. They don't play it in that scene.
Oh no, that's true. That's true. But
So if we go that by, I mean, you can play any song at any time.
oh sure. Sure.
So there are movies set in 1950s when they use songs from the 70s.
Oh,
I mean,
that's true. That's true.
as long as they don't play it in the music in the movie's universe, it's fine. I'd say.
Yeah, that's true.
According to me.
Okay, fair enough. It just struck me as I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it was a nitpick. Like we're gonna choose a '90s song, but they pick one from '96 instead of '94. But anyway.
So, just first of all, have you seen this movie?
Yes,
before?
I have seen them. No, I haven't seen
No,
it
not
before.
now. But no, before. I mean, before.
No.
Have you seen it before?
Like I said, I've tried to watch it before, and I fell asleep or just started like futzing with my telephone or whatever.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I did doze off for like 10 minutes in the middle, so I was like,
it seems like you've done that for the last several movies.
oh, for fuck's
at this
sake.
point.
It's getting really hard.
Yeah. But you have tried seeing it before this episode.
Oh yeah, I
so to
have,
speak,
I
yeah.
have.
When was that? When it was released, or?
No, not when it was released. Maybe it came out in 2017, maybe 2018, 2019.
All right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So.
Why?
Because probably because like deep in my heart, I want to be an Adam Sandler fan. Like we discussed, like I like some of his movies, and when he like had this Netflix deal, it was like, oh, maybe I should at least give them a chance. And I didn't watch any of them to completion, except for my Rowit stories. But that's not it's not actually an Adam Sandler movie.
So, and I think that the want to be a fan deep in your heart, that's died at this point.
Oh yes,
that feeling.
It's long gone. Like there's too much bad. It can't. The good can't weigh up the bad at this point.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't even think when we finally get to Uncut Gems, the movie I've waited
just
8
just
months
because.
to watch. No, I'm not gonna hate it, but it's not gonna be like, oh, it's all worth it. Yay! It's gonna be like, oh, it was a good movie, but no. I'm just not.
Imagine if that movie is just another Adam Sandler movie.
Oh
when you get to that point.
No,
just imagine.
No. I don't know what I'll do.
What did you think of this movie?
This was the most, no, I was going to be hyperbolic. I was going to say this was the most pointless movie ever, which it wasn't. But it was a pointless movie that didn't go anywhere. It was just meandering all the way up to the end. And then, spoilers, they get married. And I was like, why? It was a love story, which really surprised me because it doesn't feel like a love story. It feels like a one of those I don't know what you would call it. It's like movies about ambition and dreams and stuff. Not a love story. There might be a love story in there, but like the love story is supposed to take center place, even though it is sidelined a lot in the movie. But it's obviously supposed to be the main plot. And I was just like, why? So, like, the setup is clunky with the whole everyone giving
talking
their,
about him.
Yeah, talking about him and their interactions with him. And I was like, why? They're setting him up to be this like legendary character. Like everyone's worked with him. He's terrible at his job, but he's always been part of show business. Like they're really building him up. This mystery of Sandy Wexler, and then he's just a terrible business what's called talent manager. It's like, and he doesn't do anything. He doesn't like create some star except for what's her name, the Courtney character. But it's not really of his volition. It's her that does it, and all the other people involved in her career that does it. So I'm like, why are we supposed to like this character? What is his redeeming features other than, well, he's nice? Like, it's like the character was too real. Because in another movie, it was like, well, he's really nice. you know, but nice guys finish last, so he never really got anywhere. But then in the end, he does this thing and he really succeeds and he creates a star. He makes her a star. But here, that never happened. Instead, he just kept on managing like puppet shows and weird stuntmen, and for some reason, she fell in love with him. What? It was perplexing, and I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
It wasn't terrible. I mean, I've seen worse Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
This movie confused me, like, more than almost any other Adam Sandler movie we talked about. Like, what is going on? What is the point of this? Why am I watching this? Or why would anyone want to watch? Who is this for? And it's really annoying. That's why I'm a little upset.
Yeah.
But that's my take on it.
And I'm just gonna sideline you. I didn't mind the movie. I kind of liked it.
Okay. I can see why, because it's not like terrible in any way. It's just why.
So
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna try to explain how I saw the movie and why I don't mind it. First of all, the biggest issue in this entire movie, the biggest problem,
Yeah.
that could have, just if you fix this single problem, this movie could have been a kind of a good movie. Like, a decent movie.
Yeah.
And that big problem is Adam Sandler, as usual. Because he does not sell the role at all.
No.
But I think the script and the way it's shot and all other characters, if they could have put in another person who could have sold the role, I think this could have been a kind of a decent movie. And that's why I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And especially because Adam Sandler is doing his fucking voice. Too,
Oh yes, that was the
yeah.
worst thing. Like, he's doing that annoying voice for
Yeah.
2 hours, except for
And
one
10
scene.
minutes.
Yeah, except for one scene in the Griffith Observatory,
Yeah.
when he confesses love. Then all of a sudden it's gone. There's a
Yeah.
hint of it, but he's just talking with his regular voice.
And I think that's just because Adam Sandler can't even try to be
Consistent.
can't be in any way emotional with that voice. He can't act when he has that voice on, and that scene he needs to sort of act. So
Yeah.
What
He
I'm
has to
trying
drop
to
the-
say is, I love you, Courtney. Please, marry me instead.
Yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
work.
yeah. So anyway, the reason I think this kind of works is the way I read this movie, or the way I watched it, is that this is a classic from rags to riches story. Someone who has worked from the bottom to the top, give me a movie about rock stars doing that, or musicians at least.
I was gonna say Almost Famous, but they don't really
No.
get there.
No, but yeah, we can take
Rags to
Almost
Riches
Famous.
story. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Except that we don't follow the star.
Yes, I was thinking of that too. Yes.
Yeah, because we've been seeing this story we've seen a million times. People who come from nothing to become biggest in the world.
Yeah.
But to see that from another point of view, from the guy who in the regular, if we put it a regular movie like Almost Famous or whatever, there we have this guy who's in the star to find the star, and then they drop that guy quite early in the movie because he's not good. He opened the door, but he couldn't do anything more.
Yeah.
We always have that character in these stories, and this movie is, what if we follow that character?
Yeah.
And I think that's a kind of interesting take on it. I think
Sure, the idea is interesting.
yeah, the idea interesting, and I think they follow through kind of well. Yes, it's not perfect, the love story. It has a lot of issues, but I do think they sort of sold the chemistry. The thing that he always had this thing for her, but he didn't want it to get in the way of the business because he's done that before. He's got burned, and he tried to be professional. And he tries to do these things that, as they keep on hammering through the movie, he says and does what he thinks people want him to do, not what they actually want, only what he thinks they want and what they need. and they hammer this through the movie. So, I thought that was obvious through the movie, that she wanted him and respected him.
Oh yeah, no, sure, that's obvious.
Yeah,
I just didn't see it as a romantic relationship. I saw it as a mentor and what is it, trainee or whatever, like a Mr. Miyagi and Daniel.
All right, so because I read it as a love story, but he was the one who always said, "Stop! No, you need to think about your career. You can't think of me in this way." Even though they never really said it out front, but that's the gist I got it. So at the end when he did this big thing, the classic romantic comedy big thing, which that trope has a lot of issues, but we can't put that on this movie that trope exists.
No, it's
it's a trope or a cliche for a reason, and then he just does this thing, and finally she gets what she always wanted. This, that he's honest to her and actually says, yes, okay, fuck the business. We like each other, let's get together. Then there are some issues that he does this on her wedding day, but again, that's the trope, that's the trope, cliche.
But he technically kidnaps her.
And all of these things, but these things you can't put on the movie because they are established tropes already.
Yes.
So I didn't mind it. And again, what you said, that he was a legendary thing, that they build him up.
Yeah.
They quickly go over that at the end. That wasn't good writing, but they actually explained that he became a good one after they got together, and everyone signed with him after that. So that's why all these people knew him, because they are signed with him, but he wasn't a great manager until he stopped doing what he thought people wanted and actually did the correct things instead. So they're talking about this time that we don't ever see. These 20 years between the end of the movie and, well, the end of the love story and the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Where we had this time skip of 20 years.
So instead they're but he actually had a good career. We just didn't show it in the movie, but we promise.
And that's really clumsy and didn't work well, but at least they explain it.
Yeah, sure.
It's not as you said it, that they said he was great, but he was bad all the time. No, we just didn't see him being great, but he was great.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sure.
And then, and also, there are hints of him being a good manager. I'm thinking of the time with Terry Cruz when he's in the wrestling ring.
Yeah.
And he not bribes, but he makes him win the belt, even though in the script he's not supposed to, because wrestling is scripted.
Yeah.
Still
real to me, damn it.
and he does these things, and he makes Courtney come to the top and talk to the right people. He knows a lot of people. He knows. It's just that he is bad because he goes the wrong way. He never actually talk to people and figure out what they want. He just he does what he thinks they should do. So I just think
it was a messy script, and I think you could have, like, honestly, for a movie like this, if they would have just stuck to like the underdog story formula more, it could have been a more entertaining movie for me, at least. You shouldn't like try new stuff every time. This movie needed the structure of a classic underdog story.
Yeah, I mean, the second problem, except Adam Sandler, is that they throw a lot of hooks in, but they don't really follow through, or lines, but they don't really follow through with a lot of it. Because I think, for example, the what's it called? The guy he's living with, or not Firouz.
All right, yeah, Firouz.
Played by Rob Schneider. Firouz.
Yeah, exactly.
So, because I mean, that thing, I had some. They could have done a lot of good things with that.
What was the point of that?
Yeah, because there was two ways they could have gone that I both wanted. One was that Cruz never existed. That Sandy actually owned the house, but he just was so eccentric and weird that he had invented this millionaire who he's lived at.
Yeah, he wanted to be humble.
Yeah, no, he just fucking crazy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's one thing. Because they hint on that he is crazy and has anger problems throughout the movie.
Oh, yeah.
But they never do anything with it. That's another line that they never did anything with. But that's one. Or that Firouz and him had like this weird friendship throughout the movie when they were talking to each other over the phone, and they actually were friends in distance.
Yeah.
But they never really evolved that friendship or that relationship at all.
No, and we don't actually hear Firouz talk until like halfway through the movie almost.
Or even more.
Yeah. When he starts talking after they've been in the pool. It's like, I watch you all the time. I have cameras everywhere. It's like, where did this come from? And it goes nowhere. Yeah. So weird.
So that's one line. Another line that just didn't go anywhere. Again, his anger problems, which we see in the studio when she records her demo.
That was I wrote down.
It's a good scene.
I laughed a few times. Genuinely laughed a few times. I laughed twice in the studio.
Yeah, because that was a good scene, and that could have been like that. He was ruthless, and he was like super angry and ruthless.
Yeah.
Just that he never showed it to his clients. That could have been an interesting thing to, but no, they didn't do that.
That scene was perfectly set up for comedy. The whole just static shot of them through the window and a static shot at her, and we only hear him talk when he pushes the button. It was oh my god, I actually laughed.
Yeah. The neighbor was also one of those. Why is this even in the movie?
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of these things, because it is based on a real person, Sandy.
Oh, okay, it is.
Why something I don't know. Yeah, okay. It's based on Adam Sandler's like first talent manager or something.
All right.
And he was eccentric, so maybe a lot of this stuff actually happened. But since you're making a movie that's obviously fake,
you need to cut something.
Yeah, you need to get rid of some of that stuff and make stuff make sense in the movie. Yeah.
So it has a lot of problems, but I think with a few quick rewrites, a different cast of the main character, it could have worked out.
Yeah, like I was very livid in the beginning, but like I'm not gonna score it like terribly. No. It was just I was really confused why this movie existed. Basically, in a way I haven't been with other Adam Sandler movies, so it's not terrible. I just don't understand it at all.
Yeah, since I didn't know this, but when you said that it's based on a real person, sort of.
Very loosely based, from what I understand.
Then it kind of makes sense that the movie exists, because this is probably that a lot of things fall into place. That this movie is probably made for people who know that person.
Well, yeah.
That this is a movie that's fun if you know who they're making fun of. But for us who have no idea, never heard of the person, you lose a lot of it.
Yeah, like the majority of people watching this don't know who whatever his name is for real.
But again, as we said a lot of times before, Adam Sandler doesn't do movies for other people. He does it for himself and his friends.
That's true.
So, and apparently it sells. So,
let's see if I can find it. No, I can't find it. All right, this was a weird trivia though. I read a little bit of the trivia, which I couldn't really work it out what they meant, because this says like this: many script rewrites were necessary throughout filming this feature as attempts to match the quality of other recent Sandler films. First of all, why do you really want to match this to the other?
What quality?
Yeah, I don't know. Similar treatments have been done in Sandler's previous Netflix movies, along with blah 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 movies. The original script had planned to feature a few comedy moments to improve the viewing experience, and did not enforce any silly voices upon the main cast of the characters. So they made it worse, is what they're saying.
Why?
They removed comedy stuff and made Adam Sandler use a silly voice. Another thing that's just why?
Yeah.
That's
why
stupid.
Is there anyone on Earth who hears that voice and says, "Ah, that's the one. That's the voice I need."
I don't know. I don't know. Oh.
Oh well. Anyway, just a quick question off the top of your head. If we kept the script just as it is,
yes,
who do you think should have played Sander Wexler? Who could have made this work?
Maybe it's not the best choice, but like I would love to have seen. Oh no, what's his name? Hold on, I gotta look it up.
Okay.
Oh no, I am. Wait. You know who it is? I just can't remember the name right now. What the hell is his name? Larry David.
I was thinking the same person.
Thank you. Yes. He would have made it a little.
Maybe he's a little too old for the role. If we kept the script the exact same.
I got the feeling that for me, Sandy Wexler felt like an old character, which also made it even more awkward when they fell in love. It's like, ew, she's supposed to be like 25 or something, and in my head he was like pushing 60, and I was like, come on.
Okay. I was thinking more like 40, maybe.
Yeah, and I think that is supposed to be their age disparity. Because in real life, she's only 15 years younger than him, so it's not that weird. But he felt like an old character.
Larry David has been like 70 for the last 4 years.
He's been an old man since the 80s. He's always been old.
but he has the right mannerism and the right way of being that could make this work.
And that neurotic, explode into anger for no reason, and then okay, I'm sorry. It felt like a Larry David character.
Yeah.
So that would have been nice, and he would have added a little bit of edge to the character.
Yes.
And hopefully he would have added some comedy to the character.
Yeah, because I was thinking Larry at specifically the wine tasting scene.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking Larry through that Larry could pull that scene off amazingly.
Yeah, everyone's just, oh yes, it's so tasty, Quincy, and he's actually honest and like, it's fine.
Yeah.
I like my box wine better. Yeah, it's a little grapey.
Yeah.
And everyone just looks at him awkwardly. That could have been a bum.
Yeah.
But,
so I don't mind. I don't mind it. A few rewrites, a different casting, and I think all other actors actually made a pretty good job.
Yeah, they were fine. Yeah, because this wasn't a wacky comedy. They were trying to make somewhat of a little more serious movie, but with a comedic tone. So I liked Kevin James as the puppet guy. I liked once again.
I haven't liked Kevin James for a while now. But it was pretty good in this one.
The only time I liked him before this was the one scene he was in 50 First Dates. That was good. Same with what's his name?
Who?
The stunt guy, Nick Swartzen.
Oh, Nick Swartzen, yeah.
This wasn't his best role, but once again, he worked in this role.
Yeah.
Same with his wife actually had like a proper role this time.
For once, and the wife didn't just tell everyone how good looking he was.
Yeah.
For once. Maybe they had some trouble in the marriage at this point.
Oh
no. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But I think Nick Swartzen, I think he played it pretty good, but I didn't like his role in the script.
No. It's a weird character.
It was the same thing as in Grown Ups 2. We're just he's
funny guy fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he played it pretty good because he played it straight. He played it really serious.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of worked.
That worked.
What else? Who else did a good job in this movie? I think Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz is always good. So.
Yeah, he always does a good job. Yeah. I really like the what is it called? Bling, whatever he's called.
Oh I don't know the actor's name.
Lamorne Morris.
Yeah. I recognize him from New Girl.
Yeah. He did a good job.
Yeah,
I think.
he was good.
He's good at this acting kind of cheesy strong word.
I was gonna say sort of serious, but in a funny way.
Yeah, but he has this this when he's talking with the talent, he's really suave
smarmy,
and
yeah,
a little suave and smarmy, and then he just switches to 100% business, and I like that.
Yeah.
He's good at playing that part.
I
don't remember. I've seen him in something else when he did the same thing, but I don't remember.
I think I've seen him in something else, but I recognized him from New Girl.
Yeah.
And I thought he was going to become some sort of antagonist, but then he's just then his character kind of disappears. I mean, he comes back in the end, but he disappears and he's not important in the story anymore. It's like, oh, okay. And then,
all right, he's in Yesterday. Plays a similar character, not the same, but similar.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen that one. It's the one with where Beatles doesn't exist
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah. Oh my god.
It's a okay movie.
Okay.
It's a okay feel good movie.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Yeah, but I think that's also the problem with we're not following the star and the claim to fame.
Yeah.
This thing that there's a lot of things that we're told happening in her life.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
with people just appearing and disappearing very, very fast, and we kind of lose focus. But I think that's sort of the point.
It's sort of the point,
because Sandy is also losing the grip on her in her life.
Yeah, that's true. But her presence needed to be felt more in the movie when she's not actually in the movie. Like, we should have seen more billboards, heard her music more.
Yes,
there's a little bit of that, but it's not enough. It just feels like, oh, she disappeared and we didn't hear anything about her for 2 years, and oh my god, now she's nominated for a Grammy, and oh, now she's getting married. I was like, wait, stop, whoa, slow your roll. What's going on here?
But I gotta say, also in this movie, first time in quite a while, maybe even ever, that I think one specific scene though, when I think that Adam Sandler's mannerisms actually works out pretty good. It's actually pretty funny.
And that is
the scene where Kevin James is using me as a puppet.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty good.
When it's actually when he is dying and he's unconscious, then he works.
I gotta ask you. They make a joke that he died there.
Yeah.
If Sandy Wexler had died at that point in the story, do you think it would have been better?
Yes and no.
Because it ends with him doing like the most selfless act he can and helps whatever Kevin James's character was to
and then we
deal,
can
and then he
and
dies.
then to get to tie a neat bow around it. That's everyone in the reception. It's on his funeral.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like he actually was a good guy, and that kind of story.
Yeah. I mean,
instead of he made it, he's success, and now he's marrying the woman he loves. Like, oh, come on!
It's one of those things that when I know the alternative, when I know the ending that is, then I would prefer it.
Yeah.
But if that was the ending we got,
you would have been.
Then I would always think they could do it in a better way.
Okay.
So it's a yes and no, I'd say.
Yeah.
But that's my first. I think one of the first scenes in the movie. Well, no, when he meets her, Courtney.
Yeah.
For the first time, that's when I figure out how the movie would end, and
okay.
What I thought, I really 100% thought that he would die, and it would be his reception.
Yeah.
It really had that feeling throughout the movie.
Yeah, and it's also why the ending is so weird when everything just works out, because it feels, because of his character and that he is kind of a fuck up, but he still gets the job done. It feels like a bittersweet movie, especially since they're talking about him in the past tense in the beginning. It's like, he went his whole life without being in the spotlight, but he damn it, he did a good job. So it needed to be a bittersweet ending with him dying.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Like, not like completely ruin the character, like, he was destitute and a junkie when he died, but something like that. Like,
yep.
He died helping others, or something like that.
Yeah.
A bittersweet ending. But no, he got married. Everyone was happy. Just such an Adam Sandler ending.
Yeah. But it is. He really. I mean, the ending from he waking up on the hospital to the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Now that part feels like it's coming from a completely different movie.
Yes.
It's really. I like it. I just that specific part in a vacuum. I really like how they put it up. It's like when he listens to the song and he gets the ID and all these things.
Oh sure, yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I like it, and I think that's sort of the point that he just. We keep referring to that all of this is just Adam Sandler's creation, even though there's other people involved.
Yeah, but it's his production company, and he was involved in the writing, and he produced.
Yeah.
It and,
But I think that's kind of a part of the formula, that it needs to end on a really happy and good note. So when people leave the theater, they just, that was a. I liked the ending. It was really nice. It gave me a happy feeling in my stomach.
Yeah, but
and
that's not this kind of story.
No, but I think that's sort of the point in all of his movies, that if we just ended on a happy note, people don't really care of the rest.
Yeah, well, then you have like a fundamental like problem with your filmmaking if you don't realize that sometimes it can be a happy ending.
Well, obviously there's a fundamental problem with the filmmaking and the happy medicine production. We established that in several episodes at this point.
Yeah, I know, but then like, why do people? Well, and once again, I was gonna say, why do people keep watching them? Yeah, because what you said.
Yeah.
They want the happy ending. God damn it! Don't.
The formula works for people who likes these kind of things.
For the masses.
For the masses, yeah. And it's
sad.
What can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, I know. I just because if I wrote this in the description of this live stream, like it felt like the first time Adam Sandler wasn't just involved in a serious movie, but he actually tried to make one himself. But because it's Adam Sandler, it's Happy Madison, it had to be a wacky comedy as well. Because there are a bunch of scenes. I mean, the scene where he sits in his car and cries, like because he realized that she's actually with someone else now. There wasn't any like reciprocation of feelings there, and he starts crying. And it was really sad. But then they had to make fun of it, like, you sound like a moose screaming. Oh, come on. And the same thing in the hospital, like when he hears about her getting married, and he gets sad, and it works. Until they cut to the nurse dancing and miming the song.
I thought it was a kind of funny moment. I think that's kind of funny.
But it undercut the seriousness.
Yeah.
And it didn't really work.
We can't be serious, like at all, in these movies.
What? Just 2 moments.
Always laugh.
2 moments.
Just don't
2 hours.
Just laugh. Laugh all the time. Right. Be happy.
All right.
Don't remember anything from the movie.
But
I gotta say.
No, I was just gonna say, like, but then he should look at the reviews that his serious movies gets, where he always plays sad characters, and the critics love it. I guess the people don't. I mean, some people do.
Why should he care about the critics when he has the paycheck?
I don't know. I mean, that's integrity, a sense of pride.
He left that long ago.
I know.
There was.
Like,
it's the paycheck.
If people likes it, that means it's good, right? No, that's not how it works.
So I've been looking into some of the user reviews of this movie.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that. I didn't even look at the regular reviews.
Oh, okay. That's how we didn't we establish this last time? I look at the user review. You look at the critic reviews.
Yeah, I was going to. I was just like, I don't care. I got a 40 out of 100, and I was like, okay, makes sense.
So
I can pull
apparently, the people don't like this movie.
Okay.
We have here. I'm just reading the headlines here of the reviews. Bad, even by Sandler standards.
What? I'm just gonna say then quickly, which is kind of weird since, even though I've been very dismissive, this is not like far from his worst movie. But then the people don't like it. So it's
Yeah.
It always seems to be the thing. Like when the critics like him, the people
Yeah.
don't, and vice versa. Anyway, continue.
We have My Ears Are Bleeding.
Well, yeah, I think everyone can agree on that.
Yeah. We have another one here who think that a movie is bad when the writers are so devoid of creativity they are forced to steal jokes from Anchorman 2.
I don't remember Anchorman 2.
No.
That's
Oh yeah, it's when they're talking about O.J. Simpson. When they say "Hello, killer."
yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay.
I don't think that joke even can be stolen because it's so unoriginal.
Yeah, I mean everyone's done the joke. People
Yeah,
still
everyone.
do the OJ joke.
Yeah. It's more horrible, and then it gets even worse.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Hard to understand why. That's 1 star. Substandard films. That's another one. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
A lot of people they're just saying that that was a dud. Adam Sandler used to be good, but I mean this is kind of bad. That's what I get. What I'm getting from the user reviews.
Now I feel like I have to defend it. Like, come on, it wasn't that bad, right?
6 out of 10 stars.
Hey.
Sandy Wexler is the 40-year-old virgin without the jokes.
Okay, I guess. No, but okay. Oh my god, okay. But, whatever.
So yeah,
I was gonna say, why is that a 6 out of 10? 40-year-old
I don't know.
virgin without the jokes is like a 2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, looking at the critic reviews though, like I said, I got a 40 out of 100 on Metacritic. The best review is from the AV Club, and they said, maybe it's a question of drastically lowered expectations finally working to Sandler's advantage. But Sandy Wexler is disarming in its charms. And yes, that is what his character is. He's disarming and kind of charming in his own weird way. But then it's a bunch of like low 60s, high 50s, and then 2 really bad ones from The Hollywood Reporter. Gave it a 20 out of 100. Sandler's drool-accompanied ogling of the female form is now near Woody Allen levels of ick. I don't even... When does he...
It's because he's old and he gets a young girl. That's all they're talking about.
Yeah, but see... well, then that's another thing. I never got the feeling that he was, like, interested in her like that. I only thought that he saw potential in her as a singer, as an artist. So I don't understand him, and I don't understand people who, you, who said that the love story kind of worked. I really didn't. I didn't. Not that the chemistry was bad, I just didn't see it as a romantic thing at all.
Yeah. Well, I thought it did. But then there is a discussion, not for this podcast, but there is a discussion because it does feel like she gets feelings for him just because he gives her attention and believes in her, and nobody else has done that. So I mean, there's discussion if he's sort of abusing that. Maybe I don't think that's for this movie, but it's a trope. So
yeah, sure. And then
I think that because we get I did at least get some of those feelings when they're in Alaska visiting her father at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, that's when I started like, why are they making this look like a romance thing? It's really not.
Yeah, and right there I got the message that she's interested in him, but he's putting the work before that. And then I felt that from throughout the movie, so I was maybe looking for it in a way.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah.
I just got the worst review here. Perhaps the most egregious aspect of Sandy Wexler isn't its bland or annoying character, its cookie cutter story, or even the same cheap physical comedy Sandler had become known for. No, the biggest problem very well may be its 1990s setting. What? I didn't mind that.
No.
I don't know. I don't know why he thought that was so egregious. That was fine because they didn't overdo it. It wasn't like. I mean, that's still a good movie, but they really overdo the 80s feeling in The Wedding Singer. I could see the criticism coming for that movie.
Yeah.
Not this
Yeah.
one.
No.
Anyway.
I just gotta read the last review. I'm gonna read the whole review. It's not
Okay.
that long, but
Yeah.
it feels like it feels like you wrote this like 2 episodes ago.
Oh no.
Right after in a rage.
Yeah, well,
Raged.
yeah, there was that evening I blacked out a few weeks ago. Yeah, I could have
So,
been that.
it starts off with, "This is the last time, Sandler."
He's talking to Adam Sandler. Okay.
And then,
Good start.
I've never been more outraged in my life. I actually liked his movies and kept giving him chances after chances after chances. His time has run out. I literally stormed out of the room, grabbed a smoke, and thought, I'm better than this. We are all better than this. 3 words, Jack and Jill.
No!
And then it went all downhill from there.
What?
My intelligence is beyond insulted. Netflix has disturbed me to no end. Why let his turd face continue? Shaking my fists at heaven, screaming why? Literally, why is there no God? The answer, no. At least not while Sandler and his disgusting cronies make another pile of raging rubbish. No God.
And I gotta reiterate then, for Sandy Wexler? Not for like
No.
for Ridiculous 6 or The Do-Over. No, for Sandy Wexler. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we've been this angry,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Not for this one.
not for this one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else to say about the movie?
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think this movie could be. I think I said it before around for other movies in this show, but I think this movie could be a good episode of Script Doctors.
Yeah, I definitely had
With some
ideas.
recasting, some rewriting, this could be a good movie.
Could be.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not that angry.
Okay. Let's see. What? Wait. I can't. Why can't I see myself all of a sudden? There I am. Hello. Right. So let's go over the spreadsheet.
Yes.
I just have to find it. I don't know where I've put it.
We had a few familiar faces in this one.
Oh, it's quite a lot. And a lot of the oh, here it is. Yeah. Spreadsheet. There? Yeah. Oh, let me just move. That was the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, there was a lot of celebrity cameos.
Yeah.
The entire movie is made up of celebrity cameos.
Yeah.
And friends of Adam Sandler. But I think almost everyone on the list is on our list or on our spreadsheet is in the movie. Almost.
Okay. All right.
So we have David Spade playing himself.
Yes.
What is
Of course.
this? Can I? Yes, I can, but it's too small. Here we go. David Spade playing himself. We had Alan Covert playing another Sandy Wexler-esque character.
Yeah, another
He
manager.
talked the same kind of way.
Yeah.
Even so that was fun though. He could have played Sandy Wexler. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah. I don't think he has that neurotic.
No, that's true.
I don't think he can play that neurotic.
But it would be fun to see him like in a starring role.
Yeah.
I guess Grandma's Boy. Anyway, Peter Dante. Nope, still not in the movie. Still cancelled after stuff. Jonathan Lauren was in the movie.
Yep.
He was called like Trucker Mike or something. I saw in the credits.
Yeah, he's the one who's laughing when Nick Swardson is jumping over the buses the first time.
Yeah. I just he actually had a name in the
Okay.
credits. Something like Trucker Mike or something. What's his name?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi is not in the movie. Neither is Drew Barrymore.
No.
Was Blake Clark in the movie? I don't remember.
I
don't
think so.
I-
No, I think I
It
I think I
feels like
saw
it
him
was in
somewhere.
it. Yeah.
Let's
Let's
see.
see. Blake Clark. Or maybe it just feels like he should be in the movie, but he isn't. I don't know. Blake Clark.
No, he's not in the cast list, so
He's
I
not. Oh, okay.
I was sure I saw him somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
guess not.
really got the feeling he was in the movie, but I guess not. But then
Kevin James,
Kevin James, yes, he was in the
obviously.
movie.
Rob Schneider,
Rob
obviously.
Schneider was in the movie, playing a foreigner once again.
Again.
It's his thing, I suppose.
It's like one role he hasn't played a foreigner, right? Except, well, it depends. Well, with a weird accent, we put it that way, because he played a hillbilly in 2 movies, so.
Oh yeah.
But with a weird accent.
He in Grown Ups, he plays a white guy.
Yeah, that's the only one, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Nick
Nick
Swardson.
Swardson was in the movie. John Lovitz was in the movie playing himself.
Yeah.
Kevin Nealon, was he in the
Yep.
movie?
Yeah, he was in the first scene.
Oh right, yeah, of course.
Absolutely first scene he was.
And
And then we had a lot of other.
Yeah, we had Terry Crews once again. They even pointed out that I think this is the 9th time he's in an Adam Sandler movie.
We had Terry Crews, we had
Chris Rock.
Chris
was
Rock,
in it.
Kevin Nealon.
Yeah.
No.
He's on the.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The other guy. I always mix him up. The Fonzie.
Oh
Font.
yes. Erwin. Henry Winkler.
Henry Winkler. I don't know why I always mix them up. Kevin Nealon and Henry Winkler. I mix those names up all the time.
They're so alike, I suppose.
I don't know.
I don't know. Who else?
Vanilla Ice?
Yes, Vanilla Ice was back. Unfortunately, he didn't get to act in this one.
No.
Not really. It was someone else who had been like some sports figure that I think I recognize, but I don't know the name. Well, he hasn't been in the movies before, but Dr. Drew was in it.
Oh. We had that producer guy who's a lot in movies, but he just plays himself all the time. Gray hair and.
Oh well, the producer and creator of Saturday Night Live was there, Lorne Michaels.
Yeah, that's the guy I'm talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's in a lot of things, but he always just plays himself.
Yeah,
standing
he
around.
plays Lorne Michaels, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And.
But yeah.
Oh no, what's his name? Mike Judge, which is
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge, creator of Beavis and Butthead, Office Space.
Oh. Alright.
What?
I've seen those things, but
Okay.
I do not know the person.
Okay. He made what's it called? Silicon Valley. Have you seen that show?
I started watching it, but I didn't like it.
It's pretty good. I actually
I
finished
think-
it. One of
I
the few
think just-
shows I've actually finished.
Going on a tangent,
Yeah.
I think my issue with Silicon Valley is that it's sort of the Big Bang Theory again. It's like, laugh at the nerds. Look how nerdy they are.
Yeah, it is a little bit of
That's-
that, but it definitely has
At least
more...
the first season.
Oh sure, yes.
Because I started watching it because a lot of friends, because I work in IT and a lot of friends work in IT, and they were like, "Oh, it's kind of cool because all the technology things they mention
Yeah,
and all
all
the
the-
scripts and codes are actually real things." And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, so it's written by people who know this. And then I started watching it, and every joke was, "Look, they're nerds. They can't get ladies. They're socially inept." Come on.
It's part of the joke, but I think they do get past that.
Yeah, maybe later, but I couldn't get past the first season because I felt it was just too much laughing at people that didn't deserve to be laughed at. Because I mean, there's this thing. The difference between good show and bad show is a bad show is dumb people laughing at smart people, and good shows are smart people laughing at dumb people.
Yeah.
So like Seinfeld and Arrested Development, it's
Yes.
smart people laughing at dumb people.
Yeah.
While Big Bang Theory and, well, in my opinion, Silicon Valley is dumb people laughing at smart people.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's not really that. They are like, yeah, they do poke fun at their social ineptitude and stuff like that. But I think the comedy is derived from other aspects of the characters as well. You should give it a second shot.
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, back to the movie. I actually, just before we do the rating, I actually wrote down. Let's see if I saved it. I wrote down the few times I laughed because I thought, maybe I'm gonna laugh a lot, but I didn't. But there are a few times. Let's see here. So I mentioned in the recording studio, I laughed twice. Once when he throws the potted plant at the wall while screaming. I don't know, this made me laugh. And then when he starts hitting the studio technician just over and over again, just like, Jesus Christ! I don't know, I laughed at that. Yeah. All right, there was one time before that when they're in Alaska, and he says "Oh, you're gonna be a star." And which star am I gonna be? And that one, and she just says it in such a sweet way, Sandy, that's a plane, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, that made me laugh. And then no, right, okay, so 3 times in this recording studio, when he says there should be a triangle in the end of the song. And he says, how can you hear a shape? And he's like, it's an instrument! I don't know, that made me laugh, because he exploded while saying it. And then when his neighbor, or I guess Farou's neighbor, wants to have sex with him, and the dying husband is in the room.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, I don't think I can do this. He said, we can put a blanket over him. After that, because that is so morbid. Who cares if he's in the room? He's dead anyway. That was funny. And then the scene that made me laugh the most was, unfortunately, the Beavis and Butthead scene in the credits. So it wasn't really in the movie.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Oh, okay. I didn't see the credits because I was coming late to this episode. I saw the credits were rolling when we started this show, so I was just running over here.
Yeah, because in the credits, Beavis and Butthead prank called Sandy Wexler. So that's funny because I like Beavis and Butthead, so I laughed at that. Yeah. But that's it.
I laughed quite a lot because I thought it was a lot of funny jokes here and there. But I don't prescribe to that sentiment that you have. That's an indication to how good the movie is, or how funny it is.
But I just counted, and I did laugh 6 times. So
it is sort of a record, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Of the times you counted, I don't think you ever reached 6 before.
No, it's been 4, 5 maybe.
So this is you heard it here first. It's the funniest Adam Sandler movie of all of them. Yes,
we proclaim it here. And for everyone to hear, Sandy Wexler is the funniest Adam Sandler movie.
Yeah.
Let's move along and rate the movie now. Let me just save this there. And where'd it go? Oh, I had it up. Here we go. Leaderboard. There. Boop. There we go.
We got a comment in I don't know if you in the chat that there's no sound on me. So
I fixed
you fixed that.
But yeah, before you wrote it, so it's fine.
All right.
It was just good. I think when you said hello everyone, they didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
But they've heard the
so
rest of you.
It's not the same as the last episode.
No, it's not. Why are you streaming without sound, assholes? No, we have sound. I promise.
Good.
Anyway, Christopher, what will you score Sandy Wexler?
I'm gonna give this one a 57.
Whoa.
Yeah.
50, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's above average.
It is.
It's just above average. Let's see here. 57 out of 100. Right. Well, I'm not going to give it that much, but I don't think my score won't reflect my anger in the beginning of this episode.
No.
Like I said, it confused me, but it wasn't terrible. So I'll give it a, let's see. Well, wait, I just got to double check. No, makes sense. I was looking at some of the past scores. Yeah, this is, I'll give this a 45 out of 100.
45.
Just below average. because I was so confused and irritated.
Yeah.
But it wasn't bad. Or it wasn't terrible.
So, going over the schedule then.
Yes. Ooh, yes.
So,
Next
in
week.
2016,
Yes.
he made one movie, The Do-Over, which was last week.
Oh, yeah.
In 2017, he made two movies. He made Sandy Wexler, which was this episode, and next episode, The Meyerowitz Stories.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Which I've heard a lot of good from you about. You
yes.
talked about this one on and off stream for a while now.
Yes, yes. It's what's the guy's name? The guy who made Marriage Story and The Squid and the Whale and Margot at the Wedding. What's his name?
Right. I don't remember. I'm bad at names.
Where? Okay, no, I don't have it.
Okay.
Anyway, it's that guy. The Squid and the Whale guy. What the hell's his name?
I don't know.
Hold on. I gotta look this up.
Google it.
Yeah.
Is it the creator or the actor?
the director. He's like Noah Baumbach. There we go.
Oh, right, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. He makes a lot of weird movies.
He makes like all of his movies are great.
Yeah, but they're kind of weird.
Sure, they're a little quirky. He makes indie.
Yeah, I mean, they're weird in sort of the same way as Wes Anderson makes weird movies.
Oh, sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No, I haven't watched all of his movies, but like every movie I've seen of his is great, in my opinion. This isn't his greatest, but for this show, it's gonna be so nice to watch it. It's gonna be so nice.
So that's next week, The Meyerowitz Stories.
Yeah.
And then there's only 3 more movies.
I know, and
but gotta say though, I'm not gonna be able to do next week either. So it's gonna be the week after that's the Meyerowitz Stories.
Okay, so in 2 weeks we're doing Meyerowitz.
In 2 weeks, Meyerowitz Stories. Right. And then there's 3 weeks left, and we're done with this.
Then we're done until season 2, when we do the rest of his movies. No.
Unless he has made another movie that's released before.
Well,
before Uncut Gems.
He is working on new stuff. It's gonna happen. At one point or another, we're gonna make another episode.
but I mean, if I'm gonna say that here now, if no new movies has been released when we're done with Uncut Gems episode, yeah, I know more for a while.
Oh no, we're definitely taking a break after Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I would
several weeks break, several weeks.
If he has released a new one by Uncut Gems episode, I would be okay with a bonus episode.
Okay.
After Uncut Gems, just so we can say that we actually did it.
Sure. Yeah, I can agree to that.
But we'll take it. That's discussion for then.
Yes, we're gonna postpone the discussion for when it actually happens, if it actually happens.
Yes.
But yeah, that's a wrap on Sandy Wexler. Yeah. If you want to follow along in next week's next week after next week's episode, that was hard to say. Check out Meyerowitz Stories. It is a Netflix movie, so it's on Netflix. Should be in every country, so check. And it's a good movie. Spoilers for that discussion. Check it out. But yeah, until then, thank you to everyone watching live, and to everyone in the archives. We're on YouTube now, so you might as well just watch us live. We're gonna the live function on YouTube works now, so we're gonna continue streaming on YouTube. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked it, the dislike button if you disliked it. But if you did like it, hit the subscribe button and the little bell thing. And we'll see you next week. Oh, the week after next week. Sorry. And until then, have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.
The closing when the customers don't come. There's no business like show business like no